guys, it's Up Shadow here and welcome back to Space Engineers! Today's a bit special because I just have on the second screen here I have opened a blog post from Marek Rosa, and it is about the new survival update that will be coming soon-ish, somewhere in 2019. And actually today, if you watched the video, it was yesterday, but today was a public beta test. I'm just reading features here from the blog post that they will test and implement and whatnot. Hydrogen engine, wind turbine, survival kit, small battery. Sounds amazing. So new blocks coming up, and not just decorative blocks, functional blocks apparently. And yeah, that sounds great. I've also read that they plan to make a little bit more of a progression into, they want to bring more of a progression system into Space Engineers. And what they mean by that is doing it as, for example, Empyrean does it, that at the beginning of the game you have only certain blocks unlocked, and then you have to do certain tasks to unlock the others. And I have to be honest, this is a point where I'm sure there will be a lot of debate. Because on one side you can say, a system like that will give this game the progression this game desperately needs, which some will say, yeah, there was already progression, now they have taken it away again, but yeah, anyway. It will give this game progression, which is good. On the other side, it will kind of limit you to things and force you to do certain tasks you normally maybe wouldn't do. So it's, I don't want to say it's 50-50, but it has pros and cons. So yeah. Also, I saw on the stream somebody said something about uranium will no longer be available on planets. I'm fine with that. I never used uranium to get off the planet anyway. But I wonder, it gives like I really wonder if is there any reason to return to a planet ever now? And especially alien planets. I would like to know if they have thought of that, because right now, if there's not even uranium on planets, nothing like that, why would you ever go on a planet again? But yeah. But anyway, let's come to the interesting part of today. This little baby here. And yes, I've been testing, and I figured out a way to do the thing that I wanted to do. So what we'll need for this? We'll need no pistons. But what we'll use... no, that's wrong. Is this. This will be an important part, and you will see why in a second. Other than that, I don't think we need anything else. So, now, I will show you what I will do here. First of all, I've decided to actually put these blocks on here for the simple reason that if I use these blocks, I can actually put some more solar panels and stuff on this. Right, so that's a good idea. There we go. And then, now look at this. We'll take one of these babies and put it on here and on here. Now, that's of course not the complete thing yet, but you will see where this goes in a second. Because I fumbled around the last time around, and that really annoyed me, so this time I checked it in creative if it works. I did it several times. I technically should be able to pull it off in survival, no problem. I just need to be what's the word? Careful. I think that's the right word. Let's just grab some of those. It's not a big deal actually, but you have to know how to do it, and I didn't know that was possible the way I'm going to do it now. But yeah. Live and learn, right? So now, we need a second component. We need basically this part here. And we don't just build that onto there. We build it into space, basically. Try to more or less align it. Well, it's not that important, but you'll see in a second where this is going. And here, we'll put rotors on. Advanced rotors, of course. And then we'll remove the rotor head. And now, what this allows us to do is the rotor block, I think the normal rotor block as well, but the advanced rotor block that we use here has the function of being able to connect to rotor heads if they are in proximity. So basically what we'll do is we'll move that piece over into this gap and then connect the rotor heads. Right? But first, before I do this, I just want to, for clarification reasons, we'll grab our two rotors and we'll name them rotor A1 and what shall we call it? B2, A2, rotor A2. I just need to know which one is which afterwards, or more or less at least. Alright, now the third step that we need to do is we need to augment this little thingy here, because we need a quote-unquote grabbing claw. So we need a way to be able to move this piece, and we will do that via a landing gear, which is like an improvised claw of some sorts. But yes, there we go. Actually, we don't need anything else right now. Now, I'll just need to, where is it? Is it landing gear? We'll deactivate the auto lock, because that sometimes is a bit awkward to use for some reasons. And then we'll get the landing gear and switch lock. There we go, number 7. And now we carefully approach this piece. The emphasis is on carefully, because if I touch this and do not lock it correctly, I might push it into space and then I have to build a new one, which is waste of resources, obviously, but it's also super annoying. So we'll have to approach very carefully, few meters at a time, and then eventually a few centimeters at a time. Almost there, maybe a little bit lower and right. And okay, forward, forward, forward. Right. Maybe a little bit down. Oh, that was too much. Forward, forward. There we go. Lock the landing gear. We got it. All right. And now we need to fly this baby down here. In between those things. And funny thing is, I didn't know that, but these things apparently don't have a collision. These big blocks that you saw there, the cylinders rather, they don't seem to have any collision. And I think that is actually already enough. So we'll just back up pre-connection. We'll just back it up here, just in case something goes wrong. But it shouldn't go wrong. It should be no problem, as it is. But you know. Oh, hold on. Do we have a? Hold on. How do we access it now? Let me just get a panel real quick. We need to access this. That's all we need it for. Now we'll take both rotors, and here is a attach button. There's also an add small head, add rotor head, but this will spawn a new one. So that's not the option we want. We want the attach, and click. Should now be connected with both, as far as I know. So we're connected with the grid, obviously. And see, there's detach, and there's also detach. So it successfully connected to both parts. So there we go. That is the solution, guys. That is the way to do it. It's actually very easy once you know. But I didn't even think about this solution, because I think the problem was that we were working with offsets, and since I wanted to have these two lined up perfectly, I cannot work with offsets. The thing is, the way I did it before, in other scenarios, I did before this, I didn't really care how it was aligned. I just wanted to have two things connected with a straight line, and the alignment wasn't really a problem. So there we could do it with offsets, but here the offsets, I shouldn't use those. So yeah, that's basically it. Now, so we now can put some more solar panels and farms on it. And we definitely should also soon put batteries on this thing, because right now it's not able to function because the sun is behind the asteroid. This is a bit of a shame, but so we'll just weld all of these and then place some more stuff like so. There we go. And then of course we'll replicate this on the other side too, but for now I think we'll just finish this piece. And also we need to get this out of the way. There we go. Let me get some solar panels, or solar cells rather. Solar cells, we have enough of those. Well, we need to travel 4 times pretty much, but still. Oh, and also large steel tubes apparently. Oh shit, I should have used up all the solar cells. Oh well. Oh, also, you know what? I just need to check real quick. Container. It's large container 6. Large container 6. I want to rename this one, so this will be components. There we go. Because this should make it so that if we... Shouldn't it come first now? Well, anyway, now we can do dash dash, and there we go. So this is easy enough. Get 10 of those and some more solar panels. And let's do this. Is the sun coming up or it's going down? I think it's going down, so we'll have prolonged downtime, I think we'll call it. Oh, we need a lot more big tubes, apparently. You know what? Let me just do it this way. This is actually way easier, even though I'm loading too much components, probably. It's easier to do it that way, but like this we'll be able to at least complete more or less these things. But yeah, I think for this episode we'll just try to get one side completed, and then we'll put in batteries, and then we'll do the other side, I think. So you have a little bit of... how do you say that? A little bit of diversity in our content. We don't do the same task over and over again. You know what I mean? Well, to be fair, that's how games work. You do the same tasks over and over again in different levels. You know what I mean. Solar panel, solar panel. Well, let's see. How much can we put down? Another one, nice. Another one, good. So 1 more solar panel and 2 farms should be a-okay. Hold on. Ah, that's so annoying. Why does the connector come first? Well, obviously the connector comes first because I selected it. Because that's where I access the actual the inventory. Oh, taking the wrong stuff with me. Oh well. That's that. Ow. Slammed headfirst into that thing. Very good. Alright. I should do it all the time like this, with the mod that I have installed, because if I do it correctly, I should never need to do what I'm doing right now, the resetting of the inventory so we can get the components right. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird that way, but nice. Need one more. Let's see if we have enough space. If we did have enough space for all the components. No, we did not! Ah! That's annoying. Give me the rest. What has he given me now? Oh, it's like he's starting a new... Huh? Hold on. Oh, I do not have enough components! There we go, so let's queue. Let's queue a lot of those. Damn. Probably don't have enough glass, I suppose. Yeah, that will be the problem. Well, there we go. We'll need some of those. And did I not have enough metal grids somehow? That is odd. Oh no, metal grids are actually not the problem. Ah! Curious! I misinterpreted the error message, I suppose. But yeah, there we go. Oh no, actually, the sun is coming up. I'm looking at it the wrong way. Perfect! That is actually very good. Because now... in creative that was a little bit easier because I just plunked down a control station here and did it from there. But I should be able to actually do it from down below, from this control center. Ooh, do we not have enough power? Not even have enough power to open the doors right now. Well, that's a shame. But you can see, technically, everything is connected. Technically. You know what? Shall we, as the sun is rising, shall we just continue with the rest of the solar system farm that we have there? So basically we want to have some of these bad boys. And how many do we want to build here? We want to build 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 17. I actually probably do not have enough components here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, also I have to... I have to do it the same way as on the other side. Otherwise it will not look symmetrical. So it's tube, block tube, and then this 17 start. Tube, block, tube. And then 17 of those bad boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that correct? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Let's start well then. Well, I got far enough, I suppose. Let me get some more. That should be enough. Yes. Now, we will add the solar panels. Probably should also produce some more of those. We withdrew enough materials for 2 solar panels. Is that so? Oh, damn it. Okay. Let's do it the right way, like this. There we go. Now we'll plonk these down. It'll give us more and more energy as we go along. And another one. Right now these produce almost no power, but as soon as the sun is above them, they will, or they should, technically produce a lot of power. We'll see how well this works. Two more. Now the beacon is working, so technically now we could angle the solar panels. Let's get more of those. Wonderful. Now on the other side. Alright. So yeah, but we'll angle this as soon as we're finished building the whole wing, and then we'll angle it down, and then we'll see how much time we still have left. If we have left enough time to start designing the battery, and perhaps... no, I don't think we'll store oxygen, but the battery compound, at least, you know? I don't think oxygen is the big deal breaker on most ships, so I don't need to load that, but... if I can, like, load batteries every once in a while with stations like this, I think that's cool. Alright? We shouldn't be able to build one. Yes, that's exactly 2 more. Wonderful. And my oxygen levels are dwindling right now. So I need to watch that as well. Right. Well, obviously you are actually in the way of the sun. Don't want to interrupt the path of the glorious sun. We need all the light we can get. There we go. And now we could technically also put some of these on here, but I won't. Maybe I'll put some lights on there, you know, so we have like blinking lights every once in a while. You know what I mean? Could look cool, I suppose. Alright, we need a whole bunch of those. And actually, let's go in the ship real quick to refresh our oxygen. It's actually cool that our suit, like, sucks in oxygen from the atmosphere here. I like that. Didn't even knew that this was possible. Yeah. Yeah, well. Alright, next. Well, with so many farms, there should be... Oh, actually, we do need... Oh, we do have tanks. I forgot. We do have tanks. I don't know why I forgot about that, but we do obviously have tanks, because we kind of need them, because during the night, otherwise there will be no oxygen, which would be kind of dangerous if you think about it, you know. Sometimes I like to imagine how would a human being live on this station if somebody would work here. Could somebody survive this? And obviously if there's no oxygen during the night, yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Just a tiny little bit, but yeah. They take a lot more components, these things. We need to have more trips for those. Let's get some more. Yeah. 2 more farms. That's the wrong way. So now these are pretty much at full power. More, maybe not full power yet. In maybe a few minutes, like 10 minutes, they will be in full power. So that's good. That will give me a lot of battery charge during the whole day. And I think the main objective of this, I think, would be it looks good. It is like or rather, it's like an engineerical challenge for me to do this because I never done something like this. And that, I think that's what this game is about, you know, setting like challenges for yourself, you know, because everybody can build the functional ship, you know, with all the right components and that looks ugly but is super functional and basically does everything it needs to do. Everybody can do that, but you have to kind of set yourself a challenge, you know. I want to make a ship that does this, or that works with rotors, or a ship that can maybe a ship with which can swap out its tool set, you know, from a welder to a drill ship or something like that. I really think you have to kind of entertain yourself, like in early Minecraft, right? You will set yourself a goal and then hopefully do that and not get bored during half of the way. That's actually kind of amazing because I have to say I've played a lot of Minecraft, but most of the time I got bored very quickly because Minecraft is, at least back then, was very limited, and I always got lost in projects. And actually on Space Engineers I tend to finish my projects, which I'm very happy about, actually. So yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh shite! Oh fuck me. Okay, emergency plan number 755, merge blocks to the rescue. Oh god, that's embarrassing. Tell me, honestly, have you been yelling? Have you been yelling at the screen? You put it in the wrong place, you dick! Oh, that's kind of amazing. That's an unprecedented error, right? Holy shit! That I didn't notice that. Okay, let me think about this. How we need to do that? We need to do this. Merge block. Merge block. This should do the trick, right? And basically we'll have to delete this and then we can rebuild that. Yeah. I really hope this thing is not too heavy for my ship to move it. That might be a bit of a problem. It could be a little bit heavy, this whole deal here. Shit. Oh my god. You know, sometimes I wondered if it would, how cool it would be to go into ship construction with a whole different concept. Basically, you build ship parts and then put them together with merge blocks. You know, like, let's say somebody builds, I don't know, a wing, puts merge blocks on it, and brings that wing to the main construction site and slots it into the construction. You know, that would be very cool, but the problem is it's, compared to the normal building methods, it's not very smart, right? Alright, we need to build all of these babies. So basically, we just have to move it sideways, right? Oh, it moved a little bit backwards, but it's still moving. That is concerning. Oh god, it's actually very hard to see. Alright, but I think this works. Oh god, can you imagine having to fly one of these things to like a construction site? I think there's like a video somewhere on YouTube of, I think it's in Germany or something, where a truck, like a really long ass truck, is transporting one of these blades of a windmill, like one of these giant windmills, and it's like, I think the blade is probably about 100 meters long, and then he needs to go around the corner. It reminds me of that a little bit. Oh, Jesus. It's tried to align itself. It's still aligning. Done! We're done! Ding, solar panel done. Ding, solar panel done. Oh, thank God that worked. I love merge blocks. Merge blocks are the best. Jesus fucking Christ. My heart almost skipped a beat there, by the way, when I saw that it was wrong. Oh my God. Well, here we go. Now it's correct. Now look at that solar capacity. And there will be another one over here as well. So now let's align it. Let's actually align this buddy. And then we'll finish it off for today, I think. But let's align. Oh, whoops. There should be enough. The oxygen is still low. I think we do not have enough farms yet. But yeah, anyway. So, now, let's check our rotors. We have A1 and A2. And then we have, we'll name these B1 and B2. Or, well... Or is... yeah, that's actually fine. Let's call them rotors. So we can find them later if should we search for them. There we go. Okay, now... The problem here is that we cannot select both and tell them to go like down. The problem is that because one rotor is this way and the other that way, means they turn in different directions. It's really, really awkward. So we leave the one on off, and then the other one, I'll actually have to assume another angle here. The other rotor, let's take A1 for a start. A1 is at 0 degrees. I think I want to angle it about 30 degrees or something. So we'll have to use velocity. Oh, that's the wrong one. Or wrong. Oh, there we go. Now it's angling down. So basically I will angle it to 30 and then use rotor lock basically to fix it in place. $14, $15, $16, $17. It's going, it's going, it's going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Rotor lock. And we'll do the same for the other rotors as well, just so it doesn't behave weirdly. Now let's see how this looks. There we go. Yeah, that looks fine. Technically, we could angle this one as well. Maybe angle this one straight down, another 30 degrees. That could look interesting as well, but I think we'll leave it like this for now. So, as you can see, now as the sun travels in this direction, these solar panels will get full radiance, if that is the right word to use here. Full shine, full exposure. That is a good word. Exposure. And yeah, and it looks kind of cool, don't you think? Imagine this now on the other side as well, having an angle like that. And then if you would be really freaking fancy, you could put one on this side and that side, and you could get really fancy with all of this, but I think this is actually good enough, right? You could argue it's a bit unstable, because if this gets shot to pieces, the whole part flies off. Agreed. I could maybe, for example, what I could do to make it at least seem a little bit more stable, we could, for example, put some lights and catwalks on there. For example, we could put lights on the side here, and then on top and bottom, put some catwalks like these, the no-rail catwalks, and basically put them over this part, so it looks like at least there is some sort of guardrail protection. And we could actually do that for the whole length of the solar panel, the solar array, I think would be a cool thing to call that. Maybe we'll do that at the end, just to finish it off, but right now it's actually fine. I mean, we don't get attacked here by anything, so should be alright. And actually, speaking of solar array, where's the beacon? Let's call it that. Swiss Space Force or Shadow Space Force. I don't know what that stood for. I know we call our stuff like that, but I don't know what it stands for anymore. Swiss Space Force. And this is the... let's think of a clever name. Something Swiss. Matterhorn. Yeah, that's something Swiss, sure. Horn solar array. There we go. Solid stuff there. Well, that almost looks like the Matterhorn, doesn't it? Well, no, actually it doesn't. But anyway, we got what we wanted. We got finally that stupid connection. Oh, looks. Oh, god damn it! I don't want a shadow on the soul. Get away! You were very useful, but you need to step out of the picture. I want to have a picture with full solar exposure. Yeah, look at that. That's what we worked for this episode. Wonderful. So I think next time we'll do the battery and then the other solar array, and that's it. Yeah, that's cool. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.